morning and welcome to day 56 of the geriatric 1944 coronavirus diaries. It's coming to an end. This is the beginning of the new part of our lives. I hate all that, you know. In fact, most of my grumbling about this whole stupid situation has been, it really illustrates the superficiality of the human race. Over the past few years or few decades, we've got more and more superficial. And as a result, we tend to make decisions, government do things, laws are made, everything happens on an instant, simple reaction to the two extremes, yes or no, right or wrong. Solve this or don't solve this. And therefore solutions became simple, one or the other. That's exactly what happened with this silly, trivial virus. Yet another irritating, silly, trivial virus that affects some members of humanity very seriously. A very tiny percentage, just like flu or measles, mumps, rubella, tuberculosis, polio. We've seen so many going through the years. HIV, AIDS, SIRS, MARS, SIRS, MERS, SARS. They just come and they go and we cope with it. But as we've got more and more superficial, we've become more and more ludicrous. I remember I was the only person really in the early days to criticise Band-Aid and Live Aid. And I thought at the time it was a superficial, a silly way of seeming to solve a problem, and actually, because it was so superficial, creating far more problems than it actually solved. I got terrible stick at the time from Bob Geldof, who I like a lot. But basically, he's just a brain-dead pop singer, a very entertaining and rather intelligent and quite bright brain-dead pop singer. But I've met him several times. He's wonderful company. He's very witty and very bright and has made some really good records. I still think She's So Modern by the Boomtown Rats is one of their great classic pop records. But when it comes to solving the problems of humanity, he doesn't even get off the starting line. However, where he does get off the starting line is knowing how to use the media. And that's why Band-Aid and Live Aid was such a great success, raising loads of money. Of course, what they also did at the same time is they stopped loads of money going to all the professional charities, many of whom the chairman called me up when I criticised it and said, thank you, nobody else is pointing this out, that all our charities, Save the Children and so on, which were very worthy and decent charities. I remember I got a call from the head of Oxfam. These were charities that were really trying to do some good. The money dried up. All the money instead went to this new pop phenomenon, big stars singing, mainly in order to boost their careers. I've got great admiration for Freddie Mercury, who just completely treated it as a way to sell lots of Queen records and was, as a result, the great success of the whole thing. But essentially, the problems that were caused, many, many more people died because of Band-Aid and Live Aid than lives were saved. Half the money didn't reach the people it should have done, went into the pockets of corrupt customs officials in all the African countries who bought a nice mansion with the money instead of anything else. Well, that's exactly the same thing has happened now. Because of the huge media overhype of the Wuhan virus, instead of doing what should have been done, which is very sensibly concentrating on priorities, locking down local areas, big cities, rather than entire countries, looking after care homes and hospices and hospitals, rather than hysterical, frantic, global, countrywide madness. And that's exactly what's happened. Anyway, enough of all this rubbish. Back to work. You're getting back to work. I'm getting back to work. Got to make some more records. Got to do some more music. So let's go out with another one of my Eurovision entries. I'm not going to play you actually the entry that we made for it. It didn't do anything. Nobody picked up on it anyway. But what I do want to play is my original demo because I think it's rather fun. It's also a little bit camp. Have a listen to Jonathan King. You won't be able to get this anywhere. It's not available since it's a demo. But I hope you enjoy it, because this is dedicated to coronavirus. I'm over you. See you tomorrow.
You were a beautiful boy from a beautiful land. You looked so handsome walking on the sand. You came up to me and you held my hand. It seems so bizarre, but I understand. In the summer sun, by the summer sea, for 2 long weeks, it was just you and me. You were always going to break my heart. I'm glad that I'm over you. You were always going to break my heart. I'm glad that I'm over you. You had to go home and I had to stay, but you swore that it wasn't going to be that way. You call me and speak to me every day, and we talk for hours with nothing to say. But time goes by and memories fade. Didn't feel forgotten, didn't feel betrayed. You were always going to break my heart. I'm glad that I'm over you. You were always going to break my heart. I'm glad that I'm over you. You were always going to break my heart. I'm glad